It's time for the show that engages with people of the combat sports world. And now, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed combat sports show champion of the world, Flash Knockdown.
Okay, so George, we now move into the summer of 2019 and to the night where Jorge Masvidal did you know what to Ben Askren at UFC 239. You faced another unbeaten prospect in Bronson Price at Almighty 13, who was also submitting guys for fun. How much were you looking forward to this one, especially with the amount of friends and family you had in attendance?
I was looking forward to this one, I will admit, because another big jump up, 3-0, 7-0 guy, combined record of 10-0. It looks good, doesn't it?
Very good.
I think was that the amateur main card as well for that one?
That was, yeah. You were the amateur headliner, and Jack Cartwright headlined the whole show.
Yeah, I was. That was my first amateur headline as well, so I was pretty happy about that. First one. It's a good feeling, and I feel like that was one of my best fight camps. I say that all my fight camps have been pretty good, but I think we did a lot of good things that fight camp because we broke him down. What's he good at? And then everything else, as soon as he doesn't have them, he just falls apart. So he's got a good body lock, he's got a good armbar. Just do them, and he doesn't have a great game. He has a big overhand. So what? Who doesn't?
Yeah. He's got a few arm bars on his record, hasn't he?
Yeah. So we just did loads of. We hit Sam Wilkinson's got a really good armbar. He repped it for ages. So I just let him armbar me for ages. So I just defended it for the full fight camp and that. Body lock. He's got a good body lock. That's how he gets a lot of people to the floor. So just did a lot of body lock defense.
Yeah, I think he got you to the floor in that way. So he was he was keen to show his power. But you weathered the storm and quickly took control of the fight, getting into full mounts and landing some clean strikes before taking his back and his neck and his O. Another first class performance. Describe it to us, please, George.
I was just happy because I was just happy because I had a lot of people in the crowd, and I was just I was near him. So I thought I'd just wave to him all. Just do a little wave. No, it was a good performance. I really liked that fight again. Everyone says about the storm, it wasn't too heavy. I didn't think. He came with that massive right overhand. I rolled with it though. So so it wasn't as powerful as what a lot of people made out to be. I'm not taking out away from Bronson. He caught me fair and square. But it was a good fight again.
Very good fight.
One that I do enjoy.
Yeah, no, very, very good. Like I said, especially with the amount of friends and family you had. Yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as I went in the back, not the back. Sorry, the crowd. I must have got about 50 hugs just off random. I don't know, apart from my mum and dad. They're the only two I know I got hugs off.
Everyone wants to hug the champion.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Everyone touched that goal.
Everyone wants it, bruv. Everyone does. You know what I mean? Gold diggers.
Yeah.
So, gold diggers. So, a year after making your MMA debut, you are now competing for MMA golds when the almighty interim featherweight belt is up for grabs. First of all, could you explain why you weren't facing then champion Dan Mins?
Yeah. So as far as I'm aware, so this must have been about 3 weeks before the fight. Dan had a fight a month before my fight. He lost it. And then we just got told he ain't going to fight me anymore. And I'm assuming he just didn't want to fight because he lost and he didn't want to fight for a title after a loss. It makes sense. It might not have been in the right headspace. who knows? And then all I know is I'm in town, Hull City Centre, just pottering around, and then Sam just said, "Oh, Dan's out." And he says, "Oh, okay, who am I fighting?" Then he says, "Oh, we're trying to get you an opponent now." 5 minutes later, I get a ring. "Oh, you're fighting Marlon Jones." I was like, "Okay." I was just like, as long as I have an opponent, I don't mind.
And did you know who Marlon was at the time?
So I know. I was like, "Where do I know that name?" I was on the phone to Sam. I was like, "Where do I know that name from?" I was like, "Oh yeah, he's fighting for the Almighty Bantamweight Championship 2 weeks after me." So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just fight him."
Okay, so
and
that's
then everyone,
yeah.
and everyone started to tell me he's good. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just perform well."
Right. Okay. So as you say there, George, you were pitted against highly rated and number 1 ranked amateur bantamweights Marlon Jones, who took the fight again, as you've just explained, on short notice and was scheduled to compete for the almighty bantamweight title only 2 weeks later. Given he started life as a flyweight, were you surprised he accepted the fight with you?
Probably not, to be fair, because like he's not his little tank, and he's like he's quite stocky, and he's not obviously want the same height as me or anything, and he's not a featherweight. I know that, but I didn't ask him to step up; he stepped up, and I was just like, okay, I'll just have to fight him, and then it just happened.
Yeah,
so I don't like I say, I didn't ask him to step up, or not step up as such. You know, I didn't ask him to fight. It just happened, and he wouldn't have took the fight if he didn't think he could beat me. So
true. That is very true. So he said in an interview that you surprised him when you went straight in for the clinch, as he was expecting you to strike. I also read that you felt you executed your game plan perfectly. So what was the game plan against Marlon?
So it was to clinch up with him quite early on. Because we knew it was one thing that we knew he might have over me. Not necessarily have over me, but we knew he was going to be very springy. He was like, nullify that first round, get it out of the bag, and clinch with him. Because I knew I was going to be bigger than him. Get him tied on the cage, get him tied in the clinch. So when he's on the feet, when we're striking with him, he's less springy and less in and out of range, so I can hit him easier. And I feel like I executed that very well.
You did. And the opening minutes of the fight reminded me of your fight with Bronson, as Marlon also tossed you down to the canvas.
Yeah, with the hip tops.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But your work rate prevailed once again, managing to get straight back up, pushing him back onto the cage and letting him feel your weights. As he went for the double leg, he trapped himself in your guillotine, and moments later, he went to sleep. An incredible moment, and one that reminded me of John Jones's guillotine versus Machida at UFC 140. You were clearly happy and ecstatic. Describe the emotion you were feeling.
I was buzzing. I don't know why for that fight. I really don't. I suppose the cancellation of Danny and then to Marlon, I was just glad I got such a good finish, and I got the John Jones style finish that I wanted for a while. Obviously, watching the video, Neil Hall told me that when Marlon went down, he headbutted us or kneed his head. So as soon as I was like, okay, I'm just going to make sure he's all right.
Yeah. Again, scary moment.
Yeah, very scary, because it could have been. Luckily, what it didn't. Not to my knowledge, it didn't cause any damage to him, which is good.
Yes, which is good. And again, it just goes to demonstrate, no matter what level, amateurs, professionals, what have you.
Oh yeah.
You don't play MMA.
No.
You play football, you play tennis, you play golf, but you don't play MMA.
No, it's too dangerous to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
All your chips are in, aren't they?
Exactly that. That's exactly correct. Yeah. So, albeit an interim title, but you got the belt wrapped around your waist. A brilliant achievement. What did it mean to you?
It was just good. It showed my work. It showed my work was paying off, and it showed that I was going in the right direction. If like obviously some people, if they don't have that, the belt to a lot of people is it's a land, not a land. What am I thinking? It's a point where it shows how far you're getting on in your career.
A milestone.
A milestone. Thank you. It's a milestone, and some people, if they don't get the belt, are just like, they might question themselves. Like, am I doing the right things and that? But it just shows me that I'm doing the right thing, which was more important to me.
Yeah, and as we mentioned earlier, Marlon is highly regarded, and there were some who had him as their favorites. Beating him, taking the belt, and moving to 5-0. Also saw you move up the rankings and to that #1 spot, which you still occupy. What was your reaction to that?
Yeah. So the topology gets done it's every Thursday, Thursday, Wednesday, I believe. So I was like, oh, I checked the day after immediately. I was just like, oh, they haven't changed yet. So I was like, I was checking every day of the week, and then the one day I forget to, I was like, oh, I didn't take topology today. I was like, oh, I'm #1. And I rung my dad on my phone. I was just like, Dad, I'm #1 ranked in the country. And he was just like, what? You really are? He was more excited than I was.
That's class, man. That is class, because there's I think at the moment there's 390 active amateur featherweights.
Yeah,
and you are #1.
Yeah, it's a great achievement.
Yeah,
and one thing that me and Sam talked about is we did it in a year. I don't think many people have done before.
No, you literally did it in a year. Literally. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable.
I think that's a great achievement in itself.
100%, and one that no one can take away from you.
Yeah, no one can.
You know what I mean? Wow.
Yeah,
Love that. So, what qualities, George, do you possess that makes you one of the best young mixed martial artists in the country?
I think my willingness just to do anything, not to do anything, to push myself to the limits, to go, to Leeds, Manchester, wherever I need to be to get the right trainer I need. My mindset, Israel Adesanya says, it's like, his is bulletproof. I feel it the same way, man. No, that's unbreakable. You can break my body, but you can't break my mind. It's one thing that I'll never break. And just my willingness to learn. I'm never in the same place where, like, last week, I'm better than what I was last week, and I like to be like that all the time. One of my 2020 New Year's resolutions was I want to learn something new, like, every month, whether it be skateboarding, swimming, whatever, or wherever it be, like a new striking system, a new jiu-jitsu system, anything, just learn something new. And it keeps you always busy.
Yeah. And how is skateboarding going?
Yeah, it's going good.
Let's see your elbows.
I ain't fallen off yet.
Then you ain't working hard enough.
It's been raining at all. I can't do it enough.
That's true. It has been raining. It's been raining. It's even been raining down here in London.
Oh, really? Has it?
Every day, bruv.
Crap weather, innit?
Terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's June very soon, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't guess it. You wouldn't guess it.
No, it's global warming for you.
Yeah. But you know what? Let's not start that conversation.
No, that's a debate. That's a debate for another day.
Are you a flat earther?
A what? Sorry.
A flat earther. Do you believe the world is flat?
No, I don't.
No, let's not get into. I'm joking. Let's not get into that. No. Let's get back to MMA and onto your last competitive MMA fight, which was just over 15 months ago. Can you believe it's been that long? And how much do you feel you've improved in that time?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of time. I don't like the fact that it was been that long, but not much I can do about it. It's just the way the world's been on it. Everyone's in the same boat, and I feel like I've developed massively in between this time. It's just given me, it's given me, you know, I'm trying to think of the words, new chances, new opportunities, you know, to develop new certain things, new skill sets, change my game up, diversitize it more, which has been a blessing in disguise almost.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so you've used this time wisely.
Yeah, well, there's no point just sitting on my ass for playing Xbox, playing COD all day. What's the point? It don't get me anywhere. Where I can be out, you know, training with Sam, Stu, developing new skills, learning, you know, like new leg entanglements, new systems, new striking patterns.
That's a great attitude from you, George. Love that. Keep it up, my man.
Thank you.
Keep it up. And you're right.
Thank you.
Call of Duty isn't going to pay you back. Whereas, you know, working with the likes of, you know, Josh and Sam and so on, Stuart, that's going to pay you back millions and millions. Yeah.
Definitely.
Keep going, my man. Keep going. You've got good talent. So, you know,
thank you.
Don't put it to waste.
Thank you.
Yeah. And your parents
I'm not planning on.
Yeah, good. Your parents will thank me for that. You're welcome.
Yeah, they will.
They'll thank me for that.
I told them to give you a message yesterday.
Yeah. And a $5. But anyway.